we're back. This is the best way to negotiate your salary after getting a job offer. 4 tips. Email is king. Do your research on the salary. Always ask for $10,000 to $20,000 above your current base salary. And the last one, look beyond the salary. You can negotiate more things. Let's jump right. When you get that email or the phone call from the recruiter saying, hey, I got good news. Now we want to extend you a job offer. You get excited, let's go. But then you got to change your mindset. There's one last step. You have to negotiate your job offer. Here's how you do it. You respond to that phone call. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so excited to join the company. I want to talk it over with my family and friends. Could you please send me my offer letter via email? Why email? Email is king because you can craft a very well-written counter email to that initial job offer. And you always want to do that before you accept the job offer. Don't be like me and make that mistake. So that's why email is king. In the description, I will list a resource that I put together to help you put together that counter email template. And I'll also link my previous video on how to negotiate that gives you this framework, ease. In your email, you should start it with eagerness. I'm excited about this opportunity. After talking it over with my family and friends, I'm ready to start negotiating. Analysis. I've gone to Glassdoor.com, Indeed.com, Salary.com, and based on my research, this role has a salary between $70,000 and $85,000. Ask. My salary ask, I would like you to consider a salary consideration of $75,000. Finish the email with excited. I'm excited to add value on day one. I can't wait to join the team. That's the framework you use to send that counter email. More information is in the description. All right, we just talked about how email is king. You always want to negotiate via email. Once the recruiter sends you the email with your official offer letter, it has your name, it has your salary or hourly rate, then it's time for you to do your research. Where? I'm glad you asked. Glassdoor.com, Salary.com, LinkedIn, or PayScale. These are all websites that literally have the range that their role is supposed to pay. And it's given by people who currently or in the past have worked at these companies. So a valid resource. So how do you play this game? First, go to Glassdoor.com, enter the company, enter the job title, marketing manager. The company can be marketing manager for General Electric. And then enter your years of experience. It'll have a range between 0 to over 15 plus. And then location. Location is an area that if you're not careful, you may not be looking at the most relevant. Once you enter this information, hit submit, it's going to tell you for a marketing manager at General Electric, the salary range is X to Y. It could be $50,000 to $100,000. Now, this will allow you to look at your current job offer and determine if it's a lowball offer, meaning they're offering you below the actual range the market is going to pay. And that's why you always want to counter. So this is how you get that research, that number. And once you get your number, say for this example, you currently make $50,000. You interview for a marketing manager position at General Electric. You do your research and you see that it pays between $50,000 and $100K. Okay, if I already make $50,000, my recommendation is always to ask for at least $10,000 to $20,000 above. So I'm going to counter and say I want a base salary of $70,000. Now, depending on how your interview went, if they know you are the girl, like this is the person, this is the girl, this is the guy I want to hire, you could be more aggressive, but a rule of thumb is always $10,000 to $20,000 more. Yeah, we're dropping some gems. All right, we just talked about the importance of research. Go to Glassdoor.com, LinkedIn.com/salary, PayScale, or Salary.com. Enter the company, job title, your years of experience, location, hit submit. It's going to spit out that range for a marketing manager at General Electric. Now, my rule of thumb is always ask for at least $10,000 to $20,000 above your current compensation. But let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's go back to the example. Marketing manager position at General Electric. I just got the job offer. Excited. I do my research. I find that based on my location, based on my years of experience, the range is between $70,000 and $95K. Now, I currently make $60K. Now, if we use my rule of thumb, I'm going to ask for at least $70,000 to $80K. That's what I'm comfortable with this job. If they give me that, great, I want it. Now, one strategy, because we know the range goes up to 195K. Sometimes when you negotiate, you have to ask for more than the number that you're comfortable with. So in this example, if I make 60,000, I'm comfortable with 70 to 80K, but the role pays up to 95. In this example, I will probably ask for 90K, knowing that if they give me 75 to 80K, I'm good. That's still above that range that I set for myself. That's still actually within that range. But let's play that back. If I ask for only 70 or 80,000, they could counter and say, hey, coach, you're great, but we can only do 65K. So that's a nuance when you're thinking about negotiating, where you have to hedge your bets, but know what you're comfortable. Another pro tip, this is a gem. If you go to Paycheck City is a website where you can enter your salary, and salary, where you're living, and it calculates your net pay, what you're going to see every 2 weeks, a ballpark range. And I always like to do that. So for this example, if I know I am comfortable with 70 to 80, what I'll do is I'll go to Paycheck City and see, well, what's the difference in actual dollars I will see. Is it $300? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? So that's also a great resource. But again, team, always ask for at least $10,000 to $20,000 above your current base salary, and you can get that bag. All right, team, let's finish this video talking about looking beyond the base salary. We just talked about with any negotiation, always ask for $10,000 to $20,000 above your current compensation. And within that, hedge your bets by getting the salary range and then asking for a little bit above what you're comfortable. If you're comfortable with 70 and 80K, but the role pays 95, you might want to ask for 85,000 because they may counter and come back at 80,000. You don't always get what you ask for. Now, last thing I want to talk about is looking beyond the base salary. I know you want that every 2 weeks, the base salary to hit that checking account, but there are other things you negotiate. Did you know you can negotiate your promotion cycle? Instead of it being 12 months, it could be 6 months. I had a friend that recently did that. Vacation time. If they only offer 2 weeks of vacation, if you crush your interview, you can ask them for 3 weeks. Maybe you're getting married and you already know that's a week that you want off and you don't want to eat up that 1 week into your vacation. Ask for another week as part of your negotiation. Remote assignment. They may have a strict policy on limited roles can work remote, but if you crush your interview at the negotiation table, you can say, listen, I have a small family, I'm expecting, and I really want that flexibility to be there with my children. I want this to be a 100% remote role. Can we test that, or can we get that in writing? You can also negotiate your job title. Sometimes the role is measured differently or graded differently internally than it is externally. So if you don't want to lose that manager title, or you want to make sure you're a senior manager, negotiate that based on your interview performance. And I've seen it and done it myself. All right, sign-on bonus. Whew. Now, if we go back to that example, you're comfortable with 70 to 80K for a marketing manager role at General Electric. They come back and counter and say, hey, I know you wanted 70 and 80K. We can only come back at 65,000, which is only 5,000 above, if you remember, your current salary in this scenario. One way to get more money is to ask for a sign-on bonus. Hey, I really want $85,000 in total comp. Can we align on a $15,000 sign-on bonus? That gets you to $80,000 total comp for that year. Companies are more willing to write that one-time check as a sign-on bonus than paying the $80,000 every month. So sign-on bonuses have become really, really popular, especially during the pandemic, to attract and retain talent. Ask for a sign-on bonus. Your sign-on bonus should at least be 10 to 20% of your base salary, or used to make up any difference in your desired starting salary. Your bonus structure, that's another one that you don't want to leave on the table. If they're saying this General Electric role, you land on $80,000 and then the bonus is 10% of that annually, You can negotiate 15%, 20%. It's all about having multiple offers. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then crushing your interview. If they know you are the person, the best candidate, negotiating and asking these questions are really important. And then the last one, the time of receiving your bonus. Let's say you join the company in July of that year. A great thing to do is say, well, I may not be eligible for the full bonus, but I want to negotiate and make sure I can get the full bonus. Again, team, I've seen and I've done it myself to negotiate all these things you have listed here. Before we close out this video, I think it's really important to make sure you keep interviewing. Even if you have this one job offer, that's great. They may give you time that you can accept it, but continue to interview with multiple companies to get multiple job offers. If you have 3 job offers with company A, B, and C, company A is offering you $50,000, company B $65,000, company C $75,000. I've personally seen where company A will match the comp of the highest bidder because you're creating leverage. So team, even if you're just interviewing, you're still trying to, you've completed your final rounds and you feel great about getting that offer, don't stop applying for jobs, don't stop interviewing. The more offers you have, the more leverage you have to negotiate. On my channel, I post interview tips and career advice to help you elevate your game. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more tips. Leave a comment below. I respond to every comment. Hope this helps you get more money.